Good evening, guys, and happy Wednesday to all of your sunshiny face. I had to remember what day it was. I am like so thrown off because I told you guys how yesterday I was supposed to have gone over to my aunt's house, and today I was supposed to still be there and then be coming home today. But that is not how it ended up working out. So I am here and wondering what day it is because I'm like, I don't know, it feels earlier in the week to me. I'm like, oh yeah, like it's still Monday. And then at the same time too, I also feel like it's really late in the week. Like I'm like, oh yeah, this weekend we have stuff going on. I'm like, that's like tomorrow. And I'm like, wait, no, tomorrow's only Thursday. Like, I don't know. So anyways, yes, we've got things going on this Saturday, guys. We are going to, Jack actually has a special kind of award that he's being awarded during the basketball game at the high school that they are playing on Saturday. So it is like a special award outside of just like football. I think that it might be a football specific award. A lot of times give out like awards for like, you know, again, like best offensive player, best defensive player, you know, again, this, that, or the other thing, you know, like a most improved player or something like that. They normally wind up doing that at the football, like the what's it called, you know, like their like football night kind of awards night that they end up doing anyway. But they have got a special award that gets awarded to only one senior a year, and it's an award that's actually it's named after a veteran that actually ended up passing away in the Vietnam War that fought but was actually here from our town and played football, and so the award is named after him. So quite some time ago, my mom had actually I don't know if she wrote something about it or like something along those lines, but it was like a fairly long time ago. Like Jack was super little. We actually ended up going to the grave of the veteran that's actually kind of down the street from us. It's like near the park that's also down the street from us, like the cemetery is. We ended up going there at one Memorial Day and like, you know, ended up like putting flags on the grave. And so it's funny how like it came full circle, and whereas you know, again, a lot of people probably actually don't know what the award is named after, but like I said, because my mom was doing something into that, you know, like a piece or something like that, maybe for like a blog post, or I'm not entirely sure what it was, but she ended up doing that, and like I said, we actually went there, and then Jack actually gets the award that's named after him. Is really cool. It's kind of more of like a distinguished award, like a school recognized award, if that makes sense. I don't know really how to describe it, then just kind of the like awards night where it's more like just like the football team is recognized. This is like a school recognition. They have this for I think pretty much all the sports, or like any special achievements that end up getting made. They will have like a special night to honor that specific student. Like we have one girl that I think honestly she's maybe a sophomore or junior or something like that, but she has been, ever since like she was a freshman, I know, has been like doing really well like at like state for like track and stuff like that, and she almost always winds up getting like a special like awards night sort of thing at the football games every year. So like one of the nights, you know, whatever, they end up honoring one of the you know, the players or whatever. And sometimes too, like I think they even did maybe like for the girls volleyball team, like it ended up being like last year or something like that, one of those games was specifically dedicated to like just the whole team, but they will normally wind up having like a specific kind of like recognition of a player, or like I said, sometimes of a team, like on a different sporting events night, if that makes sense. So that's why Jack is being honored at the basketball game for his achievements in football earlier in the season. So that's really cool, and we're going to wind up going to that on Saturday. But like I said, it's like the award itself, I guess, is more of a like kind of more of a like character award sort of thing, like one of the best I don't really, like I said, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's somewhere like kind of along the lines of that, whereas like, again, they showed up to practice, they were at weightlifting, you know, they were like an encouragement to their team, they were, you know, like I said, like a lot of those things, and I guess Jack ended up really fitting that, because it was super, super weird. I was like, in all honesty, like, to me, Jack, especially on the sidelines, and like even too in the games, and from like what I heard that the coaches were saying and things like that, it was really weird to me that Jack didn't end up getting any type of like award recognition during like the just like regular like football awards, and so that's why I was like, oh, that kind of stinks. Like, you know, like, again, I was thinking he was gonna get like something, because like I said, they have like a smaller like football recognized like character kind of an award, like I said, that's part of like just the football awards night and not the like school recognized kind of award. But like I was saying, you know, I was like, that seems like something that, again, like he, you know, he probably would have been in the running for, and I don't know, it was just kind of weird that, like I said, he didn't end up getting like anything, you know, and there was a handful of awards ended up, you know, getting you know, like handed out, and I thought, like I said, that he was kind of gonna get something, and again, we had absolutely no clue that he was gonna be getting, like I said, this award. So that's why you know, he didn't end up getting any of those, but he got this award, which is really cool. So he has a special night, all, you know, kind of just a recognition for his achievements in football, which I think is really cool. But like I was saying too, the award and who it's actually named after, you know, again, Jack's really good friend last year that he ended up playing all of his years of youth football with, and then he was a year older than Jack though, so they played, you know, Jack's 3 years together of football in high school, and so he got the award last year, and so then Jack ended up getting it this year. But again, it's a really cool award. I'm not, like I said, sure that maybe everybody necessarily knows like who it's named after, and you know, the whole story behind the actual award, and everything like that, I think is really cool. But again, to know that like Jack was like really, really little, we ended up going and, you know, on Memorial Day and, you know, putting flags and flowers on the veteran's grave whose, you know, award he was named after, when Jack was, like I said, he was probably like, maybe, I think he was like in preschool when we ended up going, I remember. And so, you know, it's just really cool that then all these years later, his award that, like I said, but he ended up, you know, playing football for our high school, and then, like I said, a few years later or whatever, ended up going to, I believe it was the Vietnam War, and ended up passing away. And you know, but again, his like football achievements, you know, and then ended up turning into his award that, you know, he was recognized for, and then gets given to one player every year. I think that was really cool that it was Jack, and just kind of, like I said, kind of came full circle in the whole kind of telling of, you know, that you know, story sort of, is really cool. So like I said, it's a really cool award night that Jack gets to go to, that we're doing on Saturday. But because of that, I obviously don't think that it's early in the morning, so if we do wind up going to grocery stores, we should be good on Saturday. I think we're still doing everything regular, like that was supposed to be, we were going to do last week, that we're doing this week. So Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to Meijer. I finished up that grocery list, and then I pretty much ended up doing, for the most part, the list for the other stores as well. I just actually have to type them out, but I did, like, you know, looked over and kind of looked at all the coupon deals and sales and stuff like that for the most part. I just have to kind of, like I said, turn that into and type it out into my list for sure. So that's the only thing I still have left to do, but we'll probably go Tony's and Caputo's on Friday, and then Jewel and Aldi on Sunday. And as far as everything else goes, like I said, as long as something doesn't come up, we shouldn't be going anywhere anyway on Saturday. But I might have a little maybe a couple pictures or video or something like that for you guys from Saturday, from Jack's thing, because like I said, I think that's just a really neat, cool thing that, like I said, I think he definitely earned it. I was very surprised too when he didn't end up earning like any kind of an award or, you know, anything like that, because I think that the coaches especially like kind of noticed him, you know, and I think that also too, I don't want to say like improved from like last year to this year, but he didn't get a lot of playing time at like, you know, varsity like last year, and then this year he was like all over the place, and I was like, you know, and again too though, because it was a different coach between last year and this year, it's not that like, you know, he'd be like, oh, Jack's definitely an improved player or whatever, but like just his personality, his like, you know, him, like I said, going to, you know, the football game, that last football game when he was sick, and, you know, like, again, all those kind of things, and the way that too, like, you know, again, he treated like his teammates, and, you know, him showing up, like those kind of things. I really thought that it was like something that was like almost award worthy, and I like I said, it was really weird that he didn't end up getting that. I didn't even know that this was actually an award that they gave later in the year. I thought it was something that they ended up again giving like during that night or whatever, or that one of those kids that won one of those awards are the ones that then end up getting nominated for like, you know, in the running for like this award or whatever it was. And so like I said, because I think I want to say that Jack's friend last year won like offensive player of the year and then also this award as well, you know, like something like that. So, you know, and it wasn't necessarily like a character kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure exactly like what the qualifications sort of this award are, but you know, like I said, either way I guess Jack qualified for it. But that was really cool. So we've got that to go to on Saturday, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.